What's going on, YouTube? R to the double E dash to the ZON coming at you once again, man. And bro, hell of an announcement, hell of a bombshell announcement from Microsoft late last night. Well, depending on what part of the country, what part of the world you're in. For me, it was pretty much overnight. But before we get into that, hopefully you guys have seen. I'm seeing that it's getting a lot of views. It's probably one of my quickest growing as far as views video in a long time. Over the weekend, or actually yesterday, I uploaded my Mortal Kombat Armageddon in-depth, full-length review, going over the entire game. It looks like it's getting a lot of traction. So hopefully you guys have seen that, or are going to check it out, or have enjoyed it already. Yeah, I put a lot of work into that one, man. So I'm really pleased with the way it turned out, quality-wise, and I mean the response looks like it's doing what I want it to do, man. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. Pardon me again, a little bit out of breath. Just got through working out. Excuse me. So yeah, man, huge announcement, man. I'm just gonna read the actual announcement and the tweet that goes with it, and then we're gonna talk about what this could potentially mean for the video game industry, man. I mean, this is huge. So basically, overnight, Microsoft comes out. I'm gonna pull it up right here. Brad Smith, is basically right now, I'm looking at it. Brad Smith is serving as the vice chairman and president of Microsoft. He comes out and he tweets last night. We've now signed a binding 10-year contract to bring Xbox games to Nintendo's gamers. This is just part of our commitment to bring Xbox games and Activision titles like Call of Duty to more players on more platforms. That was the tweet itself, and then there's an actual announcement that goes a little bit further into detail with both Microsoft and Nintendo's logos at the bottom, which is just fucking beautiful to see. And it says, Microsoft and Nintendo have now negotiated and signed a binding 10-year legal agreement to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo players the same day as Xbox, with full feature and content parity, so they can experience Call of Duty just as Xbox and PlayStation gamers enjoy Call of Duty. We are committed to providing long-term equal access to Call of Duty to other gaming platforms, bringing more choice to more players and more competition to the gaming market. And then it has Microsoft and Nintendo's seal at the bottom. This is huge, man. So I'm going to read it one more time slowly so we can go through this. We've now signed a binding 10-year contract to bring Xbox games to Nintendo's gamers. This is just part of our commitment to bring Xbox games and Activision titles like Call of Duty to more players on more platforms. Microsoft and Nintendo have now negotiated and signed a binding 10-year legal agreement to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo players the same day as Xbox with full feature and content parity, so they can experience Call of Duty just as Xbox and PlayStation gamers enjoy Call of Duty. We are committed to providing long-term equal access to Call of Duty to other gaming platforms, bringing more choice to more players and more competition to the gaming market. Now, this is huge for Nintendo and Microsoft. Also, what was not mentioned in there, but I have done a little bit of research on it, seen other responses, other reactions to this announcement, and seen just other material on this. It's not just it's Nintendo and Microsoft, but it's also to bring it to Steam. So Steam is kind of involved in this, also the PC side of things. But this is massive, man. So many things to say here. Okay, so in the first, in his initial tweet, he says to bring Xbox games to Nintendo gamers. Okay, so it's not just Call of Duty, Xbox games. Now, we have seen Microsoft and Nintendo be very, very buddy-buddy over the last several, years, going back to, pretty much around the Switch's launch, shortly after. I mean, we had that It's Better Together, a trailer with Microsoft and Nintendo, the Switch and the Xbox with Minecraft crossplay. And just like them, this is why, bro. This is why, man. For my Sony players out there, bro, please don't think that I'm just picking on them. But this is why Sony is the least favorite when it comes to me, as far as the big three or the gaming, giants. Is because they're the most anti-consumer, and they don't seem to learn. I mean, go back to that trailer, that initial Microsoft trailer, the build, It's Better Together. Had the red and the green, the Switch and the Xbox and all that, and crossplay. At that point in time, Sony, being anti-consumer again, was blocking cross-play, cross-platform play on games because they wanted to prove the point. It's better to play on PlayStation consoles, so we're not going to be a part of that. And you had PlayStation gamers, bro, that wanted to play with their friends who were Xbox gamers or Nintendo gamers. And Sony wasn't doing it. I think they were only doing crossplay at that point with PC. I might be mistaken there, but they sure as hell didn't want to do it with Nintendo and didn't want to do it with Microsoft. Fast forward, bro, fucking almost 5, 6 years later, or a number of years later, and here we are with Nintendo and Microsoft entering into this 10-year contract. And again, Sony is the only one out. It's Nintendo and Microsoft and even Steam, and they're all there, and they're like, yeah, we have no problem with this. Nintendo's finally going to get Call of Duty for the first time since Call of Duty Ghosts on the Wii U. Awesome. And it's not Call of Duty Mobile because it says with full feature and content parity, same day as Xbox and Steam and all that. So Nintendo's going to win there, and Microsoft is going to win for so many reasons because, first of all, they're going to own, this deal is going through, bro, because all right, we're going to get to that. But Microsoft is going to win because if this deal goes through and they end up owning Activision, they're going to own Call of Duty. So whether it sells on PlayStation, whether it sells on Nintendo, whether it sells on Steam, or whether it sells on Microsoft consoles or services, they're going to be making money because it's theirs. And they're also going to be winning because this is going to give them that long sought-after foothold in the Japanese market that they could never break through and get. And my personal thoughts on that is, and I'm not accusing any individual people, but just Japan as a whole has this, when it comes to the gaming industry, sense, they feel a sense of pride and a sense of ownership because in a lot of ways, not completely, but in a lot of ways, it originated in Japan and originated from Japanese developers and Japanese companies. They feel this nationalistic, I'm not sure if that's the right word, but this national pride where it's almost like, and I hate saying this because people are going to think I'm accusing, I'm just giving an example so you can understand what I mean. It's kind of like console racism. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they refuse, no matter how many RPGs Xbox puts on Game Pass or on Xbox or whatever, which the Japanese market is known to love, they just cannot bring themselves collectively as a whole to adopt an American console. Because it's the American, it's the Western company, whereas like they got Nintendo and they got Sony and even Sega. They feel like that pride, you know what I'm saying? So this is going to give Microsoft that foothold, whether the Japanese gamers want it or not, because they're going to want Call of Duty, they're going to want Minecraft, they're going to want all these games that Microsoft owns, and they may not buy an Xbox console or even Game Pass to get it, but they'll play it on their Switch. Boom. Right there, Microsoft is winning and getting that foothold in Japan. And like I said, Nintendo wins because they finally get Call of Duty, a much sought after, huge selling franchise. I'm not huge on Call of Duty. I have enjoyed it in the past. I enjoyed the original Modern Warfare 2. Not to say that the new one's bad. I heard the new one's amazing, but I've been over that a long time ago. But I really enjoyed that one when it launched. I had it on PS3. I really enjoyed Black Ops 2 and Ghost on my Wii U, especially with the gamepad. When me and my ex-wife, when we were together at the time, we would play online together. Me and her up against 10 other players from across the world. She would have her own screen on the gamepad, and I would have the entire TV screen. Only the Wii U could pull that off, and it was fucking fantastic. And I used to love playing with the Wii motion controls for Call of Duty, man. When you play with that, it was so hard to go back to dual sticks. It'll be easier now because the Switch Joy-Cons do not have the same level of accuracy as far as motion controls that the Wii Motion Plus had. But you get my point. You know what I'm saying? Like now Call of Duty's coming back to Nintendo. And not just Call of Duty. Because his original tweet is Xbox games. Do you know what this... Look at here, man. This, to me, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie. We may get a brand new Banjo-Kazooie. We may get remasters of those games. We may get a Diddy Kong Racing remaster or a Diddy Kong Racing sequel. Man, I mean, I'm just fantasizing right now, but you could have a fucking Star Fox Adventure sequel or a remaster of the original Star Fox Adventures because that's all Rare. Microsoft owns Rare. They're going to be bringing Microsoft or Xbox games to the Switch. Also, that means, bro, I have a friend of mine at work who's a fanatic of Fallout. That's his favorite franchise. And I think Fallout 3 was his favorite of all time. It's very likely now that he's going to get a portable version of fucking Fallout on the Switch. Because Bethesda and ZeniMax and all that is owned by Microsoft. And they're going to bring Microsoft games, Xbox games, to the Switch. Bro, and again, like I said, Sony doesn't learn. Because it's so many years later, and they're there trying to say that, no, Microsoft should not be allowed to acquire Activision because they're going to have an unfair advantage. And it's going to create a monopoly. And this is why Phil Spencer and the crew are such fucking evil geniuses, bro, that I love it. This is going to trial. Apparently, this is going into a hearing. Because there are certain governing bodies around the world when it comes to the industry that are against Microsoft acquiring this, that are kind of siding with Sony. And their main and Sony's main argument is that they're going to have an unfair advantage. This is going to create a kind of monopoly. Well, Microsoft signing this 10-year binding contract with another company, with Nintendo, and if you notice, in here, Nintendo doesn't have to give shit. Nintendo is receiving. Nintendo's not obligated, as far as the way he laid out this deal that we know of, Nintendo's not obligated to give Microsoft, a version of Zelda or a version of Mario. No. Microsoft is giving to Nintendo. Microsoft doesn't need, I'm sure Microsoft would love to have, a Mario game or a Zelda game or something like that. Who the fuck wouldn't? But they don't really necessarily need that because they're still going to be making money. So Nintendo's not obligated to risk or leverage their IPs in any way. They're just benefiting from this deal. And Microsoft is benefiting also, and Steam and Sony's the only one left out of this. And not left out because they've told Sony, hey, the same thing goes for you. For a good 10 years, we promised to bring Call of Duty to your console with parity and everything. They didn't want to accept it because they knew that probably after that 10 years, Microsoft would be like, all right, look, bro, this is ours. We can do what we want with it. That's business, bro. Like it, love it, hate it, take it or leave it. That's what it is. That's why I say at the end of the day, esto va a pasar. This deal is going through because this, bro, especially here in America, but even globally, bro, if there is something for sale and I have the funds to acquire it, there's nothing that can stop me from purchasing it. And how are you going to make the claim that this is a monopoly or this is unfair advantage when Nintendo's going to get Call of Duty, Steam is going to get Call of Duty, you crying ass bitches, Sony, you're going to get Call of Duty. So where's the monopoly? You're all going to get the game, and you're all going to be making money off of it. When Call of Duty sells on Nintendo or it sells on PlayStation, Microsoft's not getting all that money. They're getting a percentage, maybe half or maybe 30% or whatever it is, however it breaks down. But you're still going to profit off that also. So that whole monopoly argument falls by the wayside now. It was always going to fall by the wayside because it was just bullshit. But now they have no leg to stand on because there is a legal contractual document signed by Microsoft and Nintendo that shows you, hey, how are we monopolizing this when we're giving it to everyone? This is fucking beautiful. This is beautiful, bro. Phil Spencer, bro, chef's kiss, baby. Mwah. Just fucking, bro. If I ever saw this man, I'd give him the biggest hug, bro. Like, he is the man, bro. And you can tell, yes, it's a business. Microsoft wants to make money. Make no mistake about it. At the end of the day, this is about money. But you can tell by the way he goes about doing things, yeah, he wants to make money, but he wants gamers to enjoy gaming. So they're bringing before this 10-year deal was actually inked and signed, bro, they were bringing Minecraft Dungeons, Minecraft Legends, all that shit. They were bringing both Ori games to the Switch. They were bringing Cuphead. There was always this I don't want to say rumor, it was more than a rumor, but there was always this desire to bring some type of Game Pass accessibility to the Switch. They are for the gamer. Microsoft is for the gamer because they understand at the end of the day that the more consumer friendly they are and the more they show the gamers, whether you buy our hardware or not, bro, you're going to buy something that we're making. We want you guys to have options. The more they do that, the more they're going to win, bro. And the more we all win. So again, that's why I say Sony don't learn, because again, they're the idiots standing on the side like, no, we don't, this is not going to happen, this shouldn't happen, and the rest of the gaming world is like, hey, it's going down and we're all eating, baby. We're all getting Call of Duty. They just don't want Microsoft to own it. Tough shit. It's going to happen. And this is fucking beautiful because like I said, bro, the possibilities that this opens up, man, as far as, Xbox games showing up. And again, like I said, Nintendo doesn't have to give Microsoft shit. Nintendo's giving Microsoft that foothold in Japan through this. And really, it's giving Microsoft a whole other console. Like, Microsoft now technically, in some ways, has a hybrid, portable, dockable console in the Switch. Because once they put their games on there, they're making money off of it. Now they don't have to go in research and development and make a handheld console. The Switch will serve as that for them into some capacity through this deal. And Nintendo's sitting there like, oh, we don't have Call of Duty. Shit, yeah, we'll take that deal. 10 years of Call of Duty. Yeah. And if you notice, I keep saying Switch because that's what we're on now. But it does not say the Switch. Okay? It says, signed a binding 10-year contract to bring Xbox games to Nintendo's gamers. Microsoft and Nintendo have now negotiated and signed a binding 10-year legal agreement to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo players. So this could be the Switch. This could be the Switch 2 or Switch Pro or whatever the next-gen console is. Or maybe Microsoft knows something that we don't. Maybe Microsoft I mean, Nintendo let them know just a little bit of what you got to know about the next gen console that they're going to come out with. And maybe, I don't want to get my hopes up about this because it is Nintendo, but maybe they're finally going to make a fucking powerful console. Maybe it is going to be on par with, PS5, Series X. I doubt it. But somewhere in the ballpark would be fine. But you never know because they don't say the Switch. You know how hard it would be to run freaking Call of Duty right now, the way Call of Duty is now? Well, that's just like a 300 something gigabyte game with all the updates and Warzone and all that shit. Are you insane? But maybe Nintendo is getting ready to announce next gen hardware that will be able to support it. And now they're sitting pretty for the next 10 years. Call of Duty continues to sell and be pretty much the number one franchise, money wise and sales wise over the next 10 years. Nintendo's sitting pretty because they're going to get it. So again, just like the cross-play thing, where Sony was like, no, what's only better on PlayStation, so we don't want to be with the peasants. Well, the peasants got together and beat your ass. And now, fucking 4 or 5, 6 years later, you still didn't learn your lesson. And the peasants are together, and they're all fucking agreeing, and they're making deals and working together, and your ass is sitting there trying to say, it's a monopoly. No, you're the idiots that are sitting out. And you're not even technically out because you're part of the deal. They offered you this deal. You're the only idiots that wanted to reject it. Because you didn't want Microsoft to own it. Fuck, man. I love it. I love when greedy ass fucking non-consumer friendly companies get their comeuppance. And this is comeuppance, bro. This is comeuppance right up the booty hole, dude. No lube, no Vaseline, just straight up. And I hope there's broken glass taped to that finger, bro. Just da. That's what it is. I love that shit, dude, because they fucking deserve it. The Sony gamers don't. I always make that distinction. The Sony gamers don't. They deserve so much better. But the company, you deserve what's coming. It's going down. It's going down. Bro, this announcement is a bombshell, dude. And again, what this means for possible games coming to... Bro, we could get that GoldenEye remaster that never happened, that we saw footage of it but never happened. That could be in the works. For both consoles. We could have, like I said, Diddy Kong Racing, Banjo-Kazooie, Conquer, all these old franchises that Rare owns. Then you got Bethesda with the Fallouts and the Wolfensteins and the new one. Like, we already get Wolfenstein and Doom on the Switch, but all the other shit that Bethesda does, this opens up the floodgates to so much, bro. Killer Instinct could be coming to fucking Switch. The next Killer Instinct, when they make that, could be heading to the Switch, bro. This is what I live for as a gamer. News like this, man, and to see the industry evolve. And yeah, there's competition. Yeah, we want to beat you. You want to beat us. But at the same time, we want the gamers to win. So when it benefits us mutually, we can work together, bro. And Nintendo and Microsoft have been doing that for a number of years now. I mean, we've seen the evidence, bro. So now it's an official 10-year binding contract. Possibilities are endless, bro. If there was a way, I know it can't happen right now, but let's say the new Switch, the new console is going to be another Switch, but a lot more powerful. Can you imagine having Sea of Thieves portable handheld mode? I lose my mind. Bro, this is great. This is such a fantastic announcement, man. And I really wanted to get on here, bro. As soon as I saw this announcement, I just got to work today, right? So it's like 7:30, 7:45 in the morning, bro. And I can't stand that motherfucker. So I'm like, you guys know that I ain't working till like 9:05, like 9:20 after break. You know that's going to happen. I'm going to just sit here and watch videos. So I'm looking at YouTube and I want to say it was Player Essence. I want to say it was OJ. I saw a thumbnail for his new video and it was Nintendo and Microsoft. And I'm like, and it says Nintendo and Microsoft's new deal or something like that. And I was like, what the fuck? And I said it out loud. And my homeboy, the Fallout fan, he sits right across from me. Like we face each other. Our workstations face each other. He literally looks at me and goes, oh, yeah, that happened earlier this morning or overnight. He's like, yeah, you're going to want to watch this. Just watch it. And watch it and thank me later. Bro, and I watched that shit and OJ was going through, breaking down everything. And I just started looking it up and getting into it myself. And I was just like, this is mind-boggling. I know that Sony, right now, the Sony execs are like, that's it. They one-upped us. Our main monopolistic argument we had is now a vapor in the wind because Microsoft just literally legally proved it's not a monopoly. We're going to give it, we're bringing Call of Duty to Nintendo. Activision didn't even bring Call of Duty to Nintendo ever since 2013, 2014, they stopped doing that. Almost a decade with no Call of Duty. So we're doing something inclusive to another company that even the main company that owns the game wasn't doing. So how are we monopolizing this, dude? Make it rain. Phil Spencer's making it rain, dog. Like, oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, man. This is such good news, man. Such good news, bro. The possibilities, man. So yeah, as soon as I saw that video and read up on it, I was like, bro, I just did a video the other day. And then literally a couple days later, uploaded my Mortal Kombat Armageddon review. And then now another video because I have to talk about this. I can't let this just slide for a couple of days. No. We're doing this now. Like I knew I was like, I'm coming home. I'm going to get through this workout that I dread. And then I'm getting on my laptop and I'm connecting with my peeps, man, with my subs. And I'm letting them know, hey, this is major. Major. Dude, oh my God. Bro, like I hate to go on ad nauseum, bro, but like, bro, Diddy Kong Racing, Banjo, Conquer, Star Fox Adventures, bro, fucking Killer Instinct, and then the Bethesda games, the ZeniMax game, bro, all this, bro, they could bring, yeah, even on the Switch now, if they wanted to. Yeah, it'll be dumbed down graphically, of course, but so was Call of Duty on the original Wii, and those motherfuckers sold like crazy. And people who only had a Wii enjoyed Call of Duty, Reflex, Call of Duty, or World at War. All that shit was on the Wii with motion controls, online and everything. And it was fun. I played a few of them. I enjoyed them. Yeah, I had it on PS3, so I didn't have to bother. But still, this is huge, man. They could bring right now Halo Infinite, dumbed down graphically. Put that shit on the Switch. They could bring a dumbed down version or some type of version of a Forza game and put it on the Switch. Like I said, Sea of Thieves portable. Like obviously, it would have to be dumbed down graphically, and I think that'd be better served for the more powerful Switch or the more powerful Nintendo console that'll be coming out. But man, like this is, bro, and it's such a great deal for Nintendo because, like I said, Nintendo is like Disney. They're criminally, understandably so, but I mean like criminally overprotective of their IPs. They don't let people fuck with their IPs that they don't trust or they don't have a close working relationship with. And they have a close working relationship with Microsoft, but Nintendo's always been like the strength of a console, it's its intellectual properties, its exclusives. Those are your driving force. Yeah, the third party is super important and they learned that lesson with the Wii U and all that, but what made you buy the Switch? The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Be honest with yourself. Don't lie. I mean, you know that's what it was. Okay? Like, it's the Metroids, the Zeldas, the Star Foxes, the Pikmins, the Smash Brothers, the Mario Karts, all that, the Donkey Kongs. That is what makes the Kirby's. That is what makes Nintendo. So they protect that with an iron fist. They don't have to worry. They don't have to give Microsoft anything. They're already giving Microsoft so much by being their presence in the East. And Nintendo is just going to receive, bro. Oh, we're going to get Call of Duty on our system? Oh, for sure. We're going to get a new Banjo-Kazooie or whatever? Oh, for sure. Killer Instinct? Oh, come on. Dude, Battletoads. They could bring the Battletoads that came out a few years ago. They could bring that to the Switch. That was a great fucking side-scrolling platformer. Beat them up. Like, it's so good. It's so good. So, yeah, man. I just want to talk about that. I mean, I think this means, bro, like I said, as far as... Because I do remember reading not too long ago, I want to say about 2-3 days ago, that, with certain governing bodies that were kind of trying to block the Activision acquisition that Microsoft is trying to make go through, with all that contention, it was heading for a hearing. And Activision even said months ago, if it goes to trial or to a hearing, we'll fight because we want to be purchased by Microsoft. So it goes to a hearing, bro. And now Microsoft literally, they just dropped the mic. They literally just like, take us to court if you want to. Fuck around and find out. Because they just literally, like, it's official. It is binding. It is legal. It's contractual. It is in your face proof. We are not monopolizing anything. We're putting it on a myriad of consoles and platforms. That means this is done. This Activision acquisition is going to go through. I always felt that. You've seen me in countless videos over the last couple months saying it's going to happen. PlayStation's incessant bitching and moaning aside, it's still going to happen. Y se lo van a tener que tragar. For my people who don't speak Spanish, and they're going to have to swallow it. It's going to go down. It's happening. Now, I've never been more confident. It's on. It's going down. So, this is huge, man. Huge. and what it means for the industry going forward to see two major companies like this that are supposed to be competing with each other. Yeah, the Switch is not a direct competitor to Series X or Game Pass or anything like that, but they're still video game competitors. You know, they're vying for your video game playing time and dollars. To see them come together in a way like this, and it's kind of like Sony's Mecha Godzilla, just fucking shit up, and thinking they can't be stopped. And then it's like Nintendo and Microsoft or Godzilla and King Kong. After they war with each other, it's like, we come together, we could beat the fuck out of that monstrosity over there. And they're just like, let's go, baby. That's it's so good. Bro, it's almost like a fucking like a fucking handicap match in wrestling. Like Nintendo and fucking and Microsoft just got together and said, let's go beat the fuck out of these morons, man, until they see the fucking error of their ways, man. Oh my god, it's so good, bro. So yeah, man, I just wanted to get on here, man, and talk about it. This is huge. These are huge developments, man. So that rocked the gaming world. Everybody's talking about it. I flipped my lid when I saw that shit this morning. And I knew immediately. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna walk my dog. I'm gonna fucking do my workout, and then I'm jumping on my laptop. I still got to get back on here later on today and do some animation. This walk animation that I'm doing. But yeah, bro. Like I was like, I'm gonna make a video. I have to. I have to talk about this. There's no way that I could be a video game related channel, respectable channel, and not cover this, bro, in some myriad, some way, shape, or form, and give my thoughts and my reactions and possibilities and all that about it. So yeah, bro. This is crazy, man. Anyways, man, that's the video, man. It's almost a half hour already, bro. Like I said, man, huge news, man. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. Peace. Oh, and I almost forgot this, but I'm gonna give y'all a Reezonoticz exclusive right here. I'm telling you right now. Psst, we're gonna do this real covert, night vision and everything. Listen, I know Sakurai said he was done adding characters to Smash Brothers. This deal, by the end of this year, Master Chief is gonna be in Smash. You heard it here first. God bless y'all. Stay gaming.